I am Keisha Spaulding, and this video is in fulfillment of Module 6 of Aspen University, Leading Across Contexts and Cultures, EDO 818. The Global Leadership and Organization Behavior Effectiveness Project, it's referred to as GLOBE, is a unique large-scale study of cultural practices, leadership ideals, and generalized interpersonal trust. It's across 150 countries, and there are 500 researchers involved. GLOBE has become a worldwide community where researchers have come together to figure out if the practices and values of business leadership are universal, as if they are specific to certain countries or a cluster of countries. There are dimensions of cultural differences related to the project that describe differences in national cultures. The dimensions are power distance, uncertainty avoidance, individualism and collectivism, gender differentiation and egalitarianism, performance orientation, assertiveness, future orientation, and humane orientation. These dimensions help a leader to determine how they should adjust their leadership style for their employees. So power distance is a degree a society accepts or rejects the unequal distribution of power in an organization or society. For example, in Japan, there's an expectation of respect for age, status, and titles. But in America, it's acceptable to have a less formal approach and call each other by first names. Uncertainty avoidance is a degree a society tolerates or is uncomfortable with risk, change, or situational uncertainty. For example, in France, the expectation is for structure, order, and predictability. Individualism and collectivism refers to the social substructure where people prioritize their needs. Gender differentiation and egalitarianism is the support of a system where there are equal rights, roles, and responsibilities among men and women. The reference to the degree of innovation, high standards, and excellent performance are encouraged is performance orientation. Countries with high performance orientation value materialism and competitiveness. Training to promote performance excellence is expected. These countries are the United States and European countries. Assertiveness, this refers to the extent a society encourages individuals to be tough, confrontational, assertive, competitive, in comparison to low assertive societies where people are encouraged to be modest and tender. Future orientation is the level of importance a society places on planning, investing, and delaying gratification, all of which are future oriented. The measurement of how much a society encourages and rewards people for things such as being fair, generous, kind, and altruistic is humane orientation. And a few of those countries are the Philippines, Ireland, Malaysia, and Egypt. Organizations that engage in global business have risk, but when they research the cultures and plan and prepare for them, they can benefit from the advantages of globalization. In studying the dimensions identified, leaders must look at how they impact common leadership competencies and dilemmas. An organization that stresses the training of leaders and cultural diversity promotes a cooperative, diverse, and global society. The leader must first know who they are and gain self-awareness. Companies must conduct exercises and activities that help leaders discover who they are, how and when they need to adapt to situations. This will also help the leader in developing their image across the organization. The ability to negotiate is imperative as it will help the leader to achieve their goals. The negotiation skills help in resolving matters of dispute, and it helps them have conversations that lead to a mutual agreement amongst the parties. A competent leader can communicate clearly and concisely, and they must communicate formally and informally. The underlying culture of the people in the organization may dictate the level of communication to ensure there are no misunderstandings. According to Chen and Trimble, 75% of managers use consultative, participative means to reach a decision. That means that they will consult with their team before they make a decision, and their decision, this can be based on their particular style of leadership. A leader will find conflict in any organization. The way in which they manage the conflicts to solve problems is what matters. One must keep in mind that the cultural differences of the members of the team may be the reason for the conflict. When managing conflict, training in a cultural diversity will help a leader know which cultures stray away from conflict and which are more likely to move towards it. All of these dilemmas can impact the work culture. Work cultures are shaped by the cultural values of each member in the organization or the values and missions of the organization. Global leadership is when a company sends its managers to another country to manage its indigenous workforce. These leaders take diversity training that will help better prepare them from working in a diverse organization. And the training helps them to learn the cultures, values, and norms of the host country. Chin and Trimble discussed the development of competence based on knowledge, skills, and awareness, also referred to as KSA. Knowledge is the information a leader needs to perform a task regarding cultural differences. This information includes, but it's not limited to, things such as racial and cultural heritage and how their experiences of their lives impact them. Skills refer to the proficiencies needed to perform the task, specifically skills for cross-cultural communication. The leaders must seek out training and development opportunities. The sensitivity effect and attitudes toward difference and diversity is awareness. This means the leaders must value the differences and be aware of how they influence interaction and communication. The use of KSA will help leaders address challenges they face and in the workplace, and those challenges, of course, are regarded to cultural differences. Because cultural affluent leaders use their knowledge, skills, and awareness to earn trust and gain the loyalty of their followers towards accomplishing their mission. And they do this because they show that they can relate to and understand the perspective of the different people within the organization. So that helps to build that relationship and have that loyalty and trust built among them. So understanding the dimensions, dilemmas, and use of KSA will help a leader in managing effective, globally diverse teams. This is where we're going, a more global society where we have people in a team that make up different cultures, different races, different ethnicities, and leaders need to be trained in diversity in order to be able to function in these environments. These are the references that were used for this research, and this concludes my presentation. Thank you.